Diving might be a thing of the past in the Premier League. Transfer rumours are more cynical than you ever thought possible. The motivations of US women's soccer stars who moved to Europe revealed. Monaco spend more than 50 cents on 50 Cent. And Schalke introduced some revolutionary pointless technology. Welcome to the Goalmouth, ladies and gents, your daily 5-minute-ish audio blast of the latest soccer news brought to you by Howler Magazine, The Total Soccer Show, Dirty Tackle and X1 Fuel. It's Friday 19th of May, which means it's time to say happy birthday Andrea Pirlo. The NYCFC star is 38 today, and if you want to know why he looks so young and refreshed, it's a combination of the Italian diet, never actually running during a game, and giving 0 Fs most of the time. Anyway, on to our top story. It's scientific fact that Jurgen Klinsmann invented diving at the 1990 World Cup. It's true, ask a scientist. Since the German first pioneered the act of trying to deceive officials via the medium of rolling around on the floor, this special method of cheating has spread like wildfire. It's even become an acceptable part of the game, with flop fanatic Sergio Busquets once telling Jose Mourinho that he was smart for using diving as a viable tactic. Well, those heady days of gamesmanship may well be over, at least in the Premier League. In its annual general meeting on Thursday, the Football Association voted to bring in retroactive bans for those found guilty of diving to win a penalty or get an opponent a card. Each Monday, a panel will review controversial incidents and dish out bans as appropriate. Most have agreed this is a positive move, although it probably means Luis Suarez and Arjen Robben will have no interest in Premier League returns. The best reaction to the news came from Robert Huth, who tweeted, "Great news, add pretending to be injured and crying when you lose, and we really are getting somewhere." Never change, Rob. Never change. Transfer news now? Well, the ugly side of transfer news now. You know about 99.9% of transfer rumours you hear don't actually happen, perhaps because the outlets reporting them are simply putting out plausible speculation in order to ensure that you give them attention and advertising revenue. Well, it turns out there might be even more nefarious stuff going on here. According to The Independent, Sky Sports News recently puffed up the totally accurate story that James Rodriguez has been offered to Manchester United. The Sky Sports News Twitter feed then built up the case and spread the word, all while sister company Sky Bet made United 3-1 favourites to sign him. So we've got a situation here where Sky UK are effectively making money from a betting market they've created with a rumour themselves. So as this summer transfer season kicks into gear, just remember you shouldn't believe everything you hear. Unless I say it, of course, in which case you should always believe it, because I'm a paragon of virtue and wisdom. Women's soccer update now. Have you ever wondered why the likes of Carly Lloyd and Alex Morgan have moved to Europe to pursue their careers? Well, Carly didn't go for the glorious Manchester weather, and Alex didn't go to France on the strength of Lyon chairman Jean-Michel Aulas's charming tweets. And neither necessarily went for a big payday. According to a piece in my favourite woolly liberal news source, The Guardian, most women's US soccer stars are crossing the pond not for cash, but because they want to get better. The piece argues that the relatively short NWSL season often leaves players wanting more, and they've got more opportunities to improve in Europe. Tony Payne, who shunned her high NWSL draft position for a move to Ajax, said, "I think what drew me is that I knew they were very good at developing players. I decided that was the environment I wanted to be in going into my pro career." It's certainly an interesting piece. I recommend you click the link in the Goalmouth email to check it out. What do you mean you don't subscribe to the Goalmouth email? Get on it! And while you're at it, help support the Goalmouth by indulging me in my quest to help you improve your soccer and exercise regime with the help of X1 Fuel pre- and post-workout formula. X1 Fuel has no chemical ingredients, fillers or excess sugars, and it's made from superfoods like acai, pomegranates and flaxseed. It really is good stuff. It's a little bit different to the other chemical-filled protein powders you might have tried, and as I say, you can help us when you give it a go by visiting x1fuel.com and using the promo code GOALMOUTH. If you do that, you'll get $10 off at the checkout, and that's $10 you can spend on other things you might enjoy, like underpants, generously tipping your server at Ruby Tuesday, tax preparation, and underpants. Check out x1fuel.com and use the promo code GOALMOUTH. Meanwhile, Monaco probably spent a lot more than $10 on their Ligue 1 title win celebrations. According to various sources, the victorious Principality have hired a rapper who is 1/20th of $10, 50 cent, to play at a party on Sunday evening. The American rapper will sing about being in the club and presumably going bankrupt in the club in Monaco's Palace Square from 6 p.m. local time. All the players and staff are invited, but you lowly peasants are not. No sir, 50 Cent doesn't play for the proles, and Falcao doesn't stand near the unwashed masses while enjoying pop rap hits from 2003. So you better cancel that Monaco Airbnb you booked on that yacht for the weekend. Sorry guys. And finally, we bring you terribly important news from Germany. Schalke have revealed their kits for next season, which include a technical innovation that you neither need nor will use. An online supermarket named All You Need Fresh are Die Königsblauen's shirt sleeve sponsors next season, and they've actually included a microchip in the shirt that will allow fans to pay for food and drink within the stadium. How convenient it will be when your hands are full of beers and hot dogs when you have to lean down and hold your shirt sleeve to a scanner that probably won't work. Actually, this is Germany we're talking about, so of course it's going to work, but whether the salt-of-the-earth folk of the country's industrial heartland will take to this technology is another question. Also, it's worth noting that the players' shirts won't have this microchip, so there's no risk of Diego Costa transferring to the club, so he can use his shirt to go and find food in the stadium at half-time, as is his wont lately. So that's it for this week. Thank you so much for listening. Enjoy all the utterly pointless European games this weekend, and be sure to tune in to SiriusXM FC at 1 p.m. Eastern on Sunday to hear me talk about those pointless European games on your favourite radio show, Soccer Sunday. Remember to check out the Goalmouth email newsletter, leave us an iTunes review if you're feeling generous, and visit x1fuel.com and use promo code Goalmouth to get $10 off and make your life better in every single way. Brooks Peck is back on Monday. I leave you with today's Goalmouth top tip. If you want to show that you're young and exciting, hire a 41-year-old rapper for your private party. Love to your mothers. See you next time.